So yeah, I came out here, man. Which actually this ain't really too far from the city, man. But I came out here to the what's known as the Ponkapoag plant. You know, this is it. This is where you know, Gad used to be, man. You know, this is actually, you know what I'm saying, where our people suffered, man. You know, our people suffer right here, right, man, about the whole ordeal, man. But yeah, the plantation. For the actual sign itself, where it says the plantation, you know, because they have it online. Let me just get right into it, man, because these devils have a lot to pay for it, man. You know, right here where we're standing, you know, there's a bunch of dead jakes, man. All right, so this book of will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. The innocent and righteous blood, which is the blood of the saints, devil, man. You know, they all had to pay. You know, because we was brought here to America not for vacation. This is what you was brought here to do. You was brought here to work. Master could have his house across the street. You know, a nice little house with his kids. You know, while your ass is over there working for him, man. You know, but that's slavery. You know, that's reality, I should say. Okay, so the souls of the just is complaining continually, man. Right, because you devils had a lot to pay for it, man. You know, the so-called white people. It says Psalm 72 and verse 14. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. Yeah, he shall redeem our soul to the sword, man. You know, this is where your people suffered. Right here in this goddamn, you know, in this goddamn forsaken land, right? Which the Lord's about to melt this place. Because like I said, underneath the bones of the Lord's people, man. You know, here, your own brothers, your own flesh and blood. You know. So Psalm 72 and 13, I should read. It says, "He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. And he shall live, and to him shall be given the gold of Sheba, and prayer also shall be made for Israel out of this bondage, man." You know. It says, okay, so the souls of the just complain continually, right? 2 Ezra 15, and the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, right? The blood of the saints, the blood of our people right here, you know, and that was shed in Babylon. All right, it says, "Therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me. So all the innocent blood from among the Lord's gonna receive the blood of the elect, you know, the saints, you know. Okay, so a lot of our people had to die for us to get this truth, man. A lot of our people had to perish for us to come back into the good graces of the Lord, man. You know, a lot of our people had to meet the dirt, taste the dirt, man. You know, but it say verse 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will surely avenge them to serve our slavery in these plantations, man. All so you can make the master rich, you know. But we're gonna get a little infinite, man. All right, which is this devil and his kingdom. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy. In the time of their calamity in the time that their iniquity had an end. So it says, because thou, as I live, it saith the Lord, I will prepare thee. But this is it, you know, right here, where these fucking devils were doing our people dirty, man. You know. So yeah, let me. I got some information from the 1930s, man. You know, right here. So, you know, this was around for a good while. You know. This place was basically like a plantation. 100 years, man. You know, over there ain't nothing over there. But this is the. Let me see real quick. Okay, so the place is called Ponkapoag Plantation, right? It says the facts of this tribe have been reduced from 24,000 to 7,500. No, 750. You know, 750. That later, because the scriptures say Judah and Ephraim were pressed together here. You know? It said by 1646, the European settlers had brought more than 24 things to people who once lived there. Yeah, because we was here first. You know, the Negro, Latino, Native American was here first, man. Okay, tribes of Israel, man. You know, the people, us. You know. So it says between the starting with the Northern Kingdom, you know, trickling, you know, the Southern Kingdom got brought here too. That's why it says 15th and 17th centuries. Okay, between the 15th and 17th, from approximately 145 million to less than 15 million. During this period, a minimum of 130 million immigrants, 130 million indigenous Americans are estimated to have died in deadly massacres, mass rapes, forced, you know, we was having our children, trying to keep our laws, because that's what we came over here to do. But we lost our way through the process of time. All right. The scriptures say we went through the river Euphrates through a narrow passage. It says, according to the genocide of the indigenous people, it says, according to David Mayberry Lewis, expert on indigenous studies, says imperial and colonial forms of genocide are enacted in two main ways: either through deliberate clearing of the territories of their original inhabitants to make them exploitable for purposes of resource extraction or colonial settlement. Oh, sweating. That's just walking around this bitch, you know, because you got you gotta like move through these reeds and stuff. But like, I mean, you need a lot of people to work this land, man. You know, to plow the land, to work the land, to work the field. So they brought a bunch of Native Americans over here to work. They removed you from your land, deliberately clearing territories of their original inhabitants. This was the home of Gad back then, man. This was the home of Reuben. You know, they was out here. So yeah, it says the European colonizers, Edomite colonizers, said their two main purposes was in colonial or imperialist projects of resource extraction. Yeah, this land's full of resources, man. Underneath your feet is gold. Okay, but also underneath your feet is the blood of the saints, man. The blood of the children of Israel, that they was shed by the force of the sword. Ezekiel 35:5, we just read. Since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. Since you, look, bro, you can get super rich off this land, man. You can get super rich off this land, man. This how this devil, why you think this devil got all these nice little cars, houses and shit? You know, look at all that. Look at all, you know, all these are slave owners, man. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're here on the location, you know. And you fucking devils, you got a lot to pay for it, man. The Most High, how about you Shai? You know what I'm saying? Look, it's good to be those of the saints that died here, man. You know, our own flesh and blood, bro. You know. And here it is, a nigga is eating pork. A nigga is throwing his life away. Why? Also referred to as ethnocide. A people group may continue to exist, but if it is prevented, a lot of people wasn't worshiping no damn Jesus here. They beat your ass. They beat Christianity into you over here in these damn plantations. Here, this is where you learn to be a Christian. This is where you learn to be a Christian. This is where you learn to be a 7-day Adventist. Go to the slave plantation. Sometimes you need to see it. you know? Because Jake forget in your little comfortable house what your people done went through, what you went through, you know? Because you are your ancestors, you are your forefathers, man, you know? But like I said, Salaki, I couldn't find a sign. It would have been cool to like put the sign. Okay, so John Elliott, this devil named John Elliott, he was running this place. He was a pastor at the First Church of Roxbury, which right now the Roxbury is considered the hood. All right, if you go to the hood over there, it's called Roxbury. Founded this place, right? Because this was founded in 1630. It says Elliott became well acquainted with Canton's first settlers. It is from Elliott that we learn the most about the challenges of Christianizing the native population. You got a term called kill the Indian and save the Negro. Kill the Indian and save the man. Okay. Kill the Indian and save the man. So, which, matter of fact, I think I got some pulled up about. Oh yeah, kill the Indian, save the man. It says kill the Indian, save the man. This wanted to be rich, and this is how they got it. This is how they became rich. Here, enslaving your ass, putting a yoke of iron on your neck right here. So not only did the blacks get a yoke of iron, the so-called Negro, the Gadite, the Native American, and the Latin tribe too. They all got yokes of iron on their neck. They all had to face the fire here, you know. But this was a Gadite plantation right here, man. You know, long ago, many moons ago, you know. So it says in 1879, when Pratt first developed an experimental school for Native Americans, an experimental school, right, where they assimilate your ass. It all starts in the plantation. First, they put your ass on the plantation, work your ass to death, and then they send your ass to school like they do today. They send you to school, kill the Indian, save the man, right? The same concept today. They indoctrinate your ass, okay? They had schools for Native Americans to assimilate them. Like this school right here, right? The experimental school first developed for Native Americans in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Assimilation was considered by some alternative, even progressive new policy for the Indian problem, right? Quote unquote, because it's a problem. You settle here, what are you going to do with all these people? You're enslaving them, you know, you got to put them somewhere, you know? So they put them on these damn plantations. And first they start here, beat your ass to death, take your nationality out of you, you know, reprogram you, kill the Indian, save the man, you know, make you into a civilized Christian. They feminize you. They yeah, Carlisle University, which don't exist. The first like molding for young blacks coming out of slavery, you know, they would go to the Hampton Institute, man. Okay, so you had assimilation programs for Negroes, for Latinos, assimilation programs for Native American Indians. So showing you that you're all the same people. You're all the same people. You know, and the white man wanted to assimilate you to his way of life. So kill the Indian and save the man, right? Okay, so yeah, that's the point on that. All right, back in the other article, it says it says okay, John Elliott, his goal was to civilize the pagans. They call you a pagan because you're not a so-called. You're the first Bible printed in America. It started with good intentions. Yeah, because the 1611 wasn't printed here. It was printed in England. 1611, you had the Geneva Bible. That wasn't printed here. That was printed overseas. Printed in Europe. But over here, this devil that was responsible for this shit, John Elliott, was responsible also for one of the first translations of the Bible into the Algonquin language that would be first Bible printed in America. The Algonquin, good intentions for these fucking devils. It says, in order to save these savages, save them from what? We don't need saving from you. We didn't need saving from you, okay? You're not our Lord. Our Lord, you're not our Lord, devil. It said, Elliott, we need saving from you. It said, Elliott would need to isolate them from the burgeoning English population. Isolate you where? In these plantations, right here. Isolate you in these plantations, man. For good reason, Elliott became known as the apostle to the Indians. as he found it his God-given duty to convert the native dregs of mankind and the saddest spectacles of misery of mere men upon earth. Eliot goes on to describe the natives as perishing, forlorn outcasts who inhabited dark and gloomy habitations of filthiness and unclean spirits. but basically, this, in his mind, this fucking devil, showing you how bad the Most High is. He put it in his mind, in this devil's mind. Oh yeah. We got to clean up these. We got to clean up these Indians, man. They're savages. They're not pure. You know. They're not pure. They're evil. They're wicked. You know. They're wicked. We got to get rid of them. You know. We got to assimilate them into our way of life and turn them into Christians so that their souls don't burn in hell. Kill the Indian and save the man. You know. They gotta know our Lord Jesus Christ. You know. They know who you were. They know that you were those people. You know. It says in 1646, the General Court of Massachusetts passed the act for the propagation of the gospel amongst the Indians. It was soon thereafter that supporters in England formed a corporation for promoting and propagating the gospel of Jesus Christ in New England. The people in England dedicated more than 12,000 sterling pounds of investment in the cause. Between 1646 and 1675, a series of praying towns were created to allow the native population a place to live and acculturate to the ways of the English. Right? It says, that's a good word, acculturate. I gotta add that to the repertoire. I gotta add that to the what's the word? I gotta add that to the vernacular. So it says jump down here. Okay, the old ways of the hunter-gatherer would be disavowed, as would the traditional ceremony. 30 minutes from here. Natick was like the first. It says Eliot planned his second praying town for the Neponset Indians, writing in a letter they desired to make a town named Ponkapoag. And now, upon the work, though our poor Indians. It says. It said Eliot felt that it was important to save these souls, to gather up all the Indians he taught to practice Christianity and move them to one place under the watchful eyes, station to the Indians at Ponkapoag, which is here. Because this used to be much bigger. It used to be it says 6,000. The plantation boundaries would be a critical understanding between the government that had extended portions of the wilderness territory in order so the savage Indians could turn to Christianity. So the bounds were closing in by early 60s. Yeah, let me get to the point. A lot of this is like we already read it. Oh yeah. This is what I was looking for. Okay, it says there was. Yeah. First that you would please to make an order in your town record that you approve and allow ye Indians of Ponkapoag there to sit down and make a town. My second request is that you would appoint. Speak about how he set up like like today, right? They'll set up like a fucking puppet leader, right? Over the rest of the tribes, but. It was right here, man. I don't know where it went. It was a long ass article. But this is another one here. It says the massacre at Wasaga-Sut. Wasaga-Sut is like, yeah, it's probably like another 30 minutes south of here. Another massacre that took place. Because, I mean, all our people was all into that shit. Paul Revere, our people, we're the history of this place, man. You know, so that's why we come to these different locations to see the history firsthand. It says so the massacre at a community college around here. You have a community college called Massasoit Community College around the way, you know. So this is where it gets its name from. The community college is like, it's up there, it's up the road, not too far. It's a community college for Native Americans, basically, and people like that, you know, from the area. It says the Ponkapoag chieftain Massasoit, who had befriended the English colonists. The attack was led by the Massachusetts Army and joined by Naswit, Pomat, Sequensit, Matachisit, Agawatum, and Kapawak tribes, which these are tough to pronounce, and tribes that came as far as Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard is like down there by the Cape. As a result, the Plymouth colony sent Miles Standish with a small army to Wessasugit. Tribal chiefs, all that shit. It says, during the peaceful summit, they were ambushed, poisoned, and attacked, murdered. Several of the native villagers at Wessasugit were killed also. One of the warriors' heads was cut off and displayed on a pole as a warning. You can never trust this fucking devil. Never trust that enemy, for his iron wrestle so his wicked mights. The English. Finally involving in what was later called the War of King Philip's War. It said, I doubt we will ever know if the conspiracy of other tribes so he could take power, and they end up fucking slaughtering all of them. They end up slaughtering all of them. Like, you nigga, you gonna turn against your own? Okay, here you go. We're gonna kill you and kill your chieftains. We're gonna take your land. We're gonna take all you niggas. None of you can't side with this white man. And this is another example. The massacre, thousands of jakes, man, here. You know? Millions, I should say. In the land of Massachusetts, Vermont, Rhode Island, New York, you know, getting moved around, constantly moved around, you know, constantly getting fucking oppressed by this damn devil, you know. So the massacre at Wessasugit, man. Okay, they killed the tribal chiefs. They killed all the tribal chiefs, man. All right, they came from all the tribes. It says they invited Chief Peksut with a Muhammad and several of Chicka-Tubut's most powerful warriors to a peaceful summit. Christianity is the most worst. Is the most backwards, violent religion ever, man. In the name of so-called Jesus Christ, they enslaved you. They enslaved you. It says the new colony at Wessasugit collapsed shortly thereafter. Chicka-Tubut, his people having been ravaged by the disease of the genocidal campaign of the Edomites, besieged on all sides, invading tribes from the north, Plymouth colony to the south, and the English in the midst at Neponset fought back. But this is it, man. And you can smell the blood of the saints, man, here, man. You know? The scripts say the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, man. There was obviously the only ones here. You had the rest of the northern kingdom that were here, and also, you know, Judah that was to come later. Or actually, they were already getting shipped here, because usually people, they'll say, oh, 1619, that was like the only time. It's actually, this is Time magazine. They say the first Africans in Virginia landed in 1619. It was a turning point in slavery, but not the beginning. It says 1619 represented a landmark in the long history of slavery in European colonies. Edomite colonies. It says, in the beginning stages of what would become the institution of slavery in America, Africans to set foot on the North American continent, but that is incorrect. For example, as historian Henry Louis Gates Jr. has pointed out, nor is it the case that those who arrived in 1619 were the first enslaved people. It wasn't the case. You already have slaves coming here before that. You know, way before that. You know, way before that. The Spanish brought enslaved Africans, Israel, to present-day St. Augustine, Florida, the first European settlement in what's known as the continental U.S. to have this truth, bro. Because look, for hundreds and hundreds of years, man, you was getting tossed around like a damn sardine, man. And there was no might and no power in his hands. That's how much you pissed the Heavenly Father off. You pissed the Heavenly Father off to the point where he's moving you around, he's throwing. It's imperative that you fear the Lord, bro. Because if you don't fear the Lord, this is what happens. Your people end up in this fucking field right here. Your people end up right here, you know, strung out on drugs, getting murdered by a goddamn devil who's a base man. Job 38, he's a base man. He's low, he's vile. But here it is, you over there getting, you under his foot. It's sick. Reading all this shit should piss you off. It should piss you. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely a person make the wise man mad, and the gift destroys the heart. The Lord's about to turn up and we talked about that earlier. The Lord's about to turn up the Lord's men. You know, he's about to turn things up, man. You know, he said Isaiah 41 and 14. It said, "Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth." Cause back then the Lord's gonna raise up his ancient, what they call ancient warriors, man, and give them the true power to take down this damn devil. Cause back then this devil had the gun. He had the sword, you know, he had all this different shit that he could use to overcome you, you know. This is where the fuck you end up when you don't fear the Lord, when you don't do what you're told, you know. As the children of Israel, you're supposed to follow suit, you know. If not, but you're not getting your ass beat every day, you know. But you're in another form of slavery, debt slavery, mental slavery. Over there supervising you, giving you no privacy, giving you no room to breathe, you know. First Africans, so-called Africans, or the first Israelites that were brought here didn't come in 1619. You had Jake coming over here at least 100 years before. It says the English settlers enslaved indigenous people around the time of 1619. 1619 is basically when slavery became like a true institution. Like it was players, and you know, this person comes from this country, you know, he comes from that country. That's an institution. Football has become an institution. You know, I'm talking about the real football, not this gay soccer shit. I'm talking about real football. Just like that, just like they buy and sell players in the NBA and the NFL. Back then, the institution was you're gonna drink the dregs of the cup. The same way. So, like I said, in 1619, these fucking devils just set up the institution of slavery. It was an institution, okay? And it wasn't until so-called you was transferred from a personal slave like Massa over there, right? Massa, you got Massa over there. Massa would be in his house, and you belong to him. You didn't belong to the government, but now you belong to the government. Back then, you belonged to Mr. Johnson, whatever. Mr. Johnson, yes, Massa, what you want? You know. Reasons, Lord said 10 parts, right? But you got every state is part of the bigger picture, right? 50 states, 48 contiguous right here. You got Alaska, then you got Hawaii over there. They're not gonna get hit with nukes. 48 contiguous states right here. This is where you was enslaved, because our people didn't serve slavery in the United States of America. So you belong to the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, and your respective state. You know, that's why you got a Massachusetts driver license, or you got a, you know, whatever, that you belong to them. You can't do nothing without them. You know, you got to get your passport. You got to go to the government. You're owned by them. Back then, in the time of this plantation, you would have to go to this devil right here. You would have to go to him, and he would be, you know, he would have the say so over you. He would have your papers and everything. Who has your papers now? The government. The government got your papers. They got your birth certificate. They got your Social Security. The owner is the corporation of America, who ultimately is the bankers. The bankers own all these people out here, even these low-level Edomites. They own them too, because they got Social Security just like you do. They got a 401k. They go to college. They pay their bills. They do all this shit just like you do, except that they have a little bit more privilege to be in their crackers. You know, so they come out the womb with money. They come out the womb. They go to these prestige universities. They're given more benefits than you, but they're still slaves too. The only way to break out of being a slave is to sell your fucking soul and become some type of millionaire in this society. And then you break free of a little bit of the regular people's curse, you know. But you still have to worship the devil. You still have to fucking be a demon. You still have to lie, cheat, steal. You got to be a Mason. So, you know, there's no way out of this trap except by the Lord. You know, this is a trap, man. The most popular music in America is trap music. That's the most popular music because you're trapped in here, man. Everything is thrown in your face. Everything is put in your face, man. You just got to be able to, you know, weed through all the bullshit. Weed through all the bullshit, and you'll get to the truth. Ultimately, man. Which if you're of the elect, you know, you're gonna find the truth. You know, you're gonna find the truth. The Lord's gonna find you. You know, I mean, that's the year of the prophecies and all that. That's when the prophecy is gonna take place. You know, that's not an exact date. You know, 1619 is not when the people came here. You know? That's basically when the institution of slavery really took place, like really took hold. You know, as an institution, you know, where it was a standard. Everybody seen it as, you know, normal. You know, back then they didn't see that shit as bad. They didn't see you being a slave as something bad. But now it's, oh, you know, now it's bad, right? But you built all. That's why you had Napoleon and all that shit. You know, the revolts, and because all these countries, everywhere Esau ruled, he fucking oppressed his people. Everywhere he ruled, he oppressed your ass. And you have like everywhere. Australia was built that way. Australia used to be a slave. That's why they used to send their prisoners. The UK and all them. They used to send them to the land down under. That's what they call it, the land down under. They used to sell all the prisoners, all the undesirables. Everywhere this motherfucking devil goes, he fucked the place up. Malachi. Yeah, Malachi chapter 1:1, the burden of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? That's how people don't think the Lord loves them, because the Lord put you through this. The Lord put you through this. He loves you so much that he got to fuck you up to get you back to where you need to be. He gonna put you through 500 years of slavery so you can see his love eventually. Because 500 years of slavery, what's that? Half a day to the Lord? Half a day. 600 years, that's half a day. Not even half a day, man. The Lord. So yes, even though in our minds, in our world, yeah, it was terrible, and people did. And the Lord's thoughts are higher than your thoughts, and His ways are higher than your ways. So the way He sees things, man, that's why He said your light affliction. Back to truth. Now He giving you passes according to His heart, that will feed you with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Jeremiah 3:15. So now you ain't got no excuse. All this suffering was for nothing. All this bullshit was for nothing. Nah, it was so you could come back to this truth. Your nationality getting stripped from you. You know what I'm saying? Disease, all that shit. The Lord said, I'll smite you with blindness and astonishment of heart. I'll make you a proverb and a byword. I'll make you work out in the fucking field right here. You know? When you are a king and a guy and a priest on this earth, you know, you got to work to get it back. The Lord says, 2 Corinthians 5:6-56. He said, the earth be made for our sakes. Why do we not yet possess an inheritance with Him? You know? The normal. Okay? The shit that we went through here was not normal. Anybody else who ever went through that shit? Is there been any other nation on the planet Earth that went through something like this? That got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, millions. Hey, let me go back. They said that in this land there was over 140 million natives. And by the time the end of slavery, there was nothing but 15 million left, man. They damn near wiped all you Gadites off the map, man. And who allowed it? The Most High allowed it. The Most High allowed it because of His love towards you. Yes, I love you so much, I can't stand to see you like this. That's called a mercy kill. Sometimes when you see a man, you know, on his deathbed. So, oh yeah, let me read that for you again. The numbers. You gotta read the numbers. 140, it says, how many indigenous people died? During the period of slavery, there was a minimum of 130 million indigenous people died of massacres, mass rapes, forced starvation, wars, chattel slavery imposed by European settlers, and various epidemics. So you went from 145 million, according to their numbers, probably more than that. King David's transgression. You number Israel, and the Lord said, don't do that. So, anyways, so you had 130 million die in this land, man. In this land here. Just the indigenous population. Only the indigenous population. I'm talking about Gad, Reuben, the Zebulon, you know, because they were all here. The Issachar, they all came around these areas, you know, the Americas. They was already here. Okay, but mainly dealing with Gad. So 130 million deaths on it says that's a minimum, so it could be more. That's what they know about. So a good amount of you died here. A good amount of you died here. Died over there in Baltimore, Maryland, in Florida. Because Jake was all up and down the East Coast. We didn't go to the West Coast until this devil forced us in the Trail of Tears, all that shit. He made us go down there, Trail of Tears, man, forcibly. You know what I mean? He made you go down there. But nah, man. That's the history of our people. That's the history. That's why this place got to be destroyed. That's why you need to be delivered, you know? Because your people are almost wiped up off the map, man. Okay, so it says, okay, so the numbers for the Southern Kingdom, right, that died here. Okay, and not only our people did this devil kill, everywhere this fucking devil kill. Let me read Malachi, the first chapter again. So he's the border of wickedness, right? Malachi 1 and verse 2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet wherein hast thou loved us? Yeah, Jake think the Lord don't love him because he... It said, for the dragons of the wilderness, whereas Edom, we say if we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. We will return, we're going to build America up. We're going to build up all these other places, man, where we dwell, right? And we're going to use you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to do it. It said, we will return, build up the desolate places, saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, the people of whom the Lord had indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. The Lord is magnified amongst his people because he dwells amongst the children of Israel, Zion. All right, now, let's say the Lord said the border of wickedness, right? So everywhere these fuckers go, they bring none but death, right? So it says the Indian people, right, over there in India, Elam, all right, they're not our people, we don't give a damn, but just showing you the what they did in a period of 40 years. It says 1881, the British. It said the English. The British, 1881 to 1920. During 1881 and 1920, an excess of 100 million Indians were put to death. In 40 years, this motherfucking devil in India killed 100 million Indians, man. Real Indians, not Native American Indians. Real Indians from out there, from India. 100 million in 40 fucking years, man. Between 1881 and 1920. That's why you see them speaking English today. Because they were colonized by the British. That's why you see them in Hong Kong. They went to Hong Kong. They went to India. They enlarged the desire as hell, and they cannot be satisfied, right? So they went to India, and they killed 100 million of these Indians. Can you imagine? That means that every year they killed 4 million Indians. If my numbers is right. No. I'll take that back. Matter of fact, let's do the numbers. 100 million by 40. I want to see how much 100 million. Yeah, 100 million divided by 40. 2.5 million a year. 2.5 million Indians a year you put to death in internment camps and slavery, you know, and all that shit, bro. So that's why you devils gotta go, man. Everywhere you fucking go, you bring nothing but death, you bring destruction, and you enrich yourself off of the backs of the people. You enrich yourself, and who's paying for it? Did you devils pay for it? Did you give people back what the fuck you took from them? Can you give it back to them? No. That's why you got to pay back in blood. The land cannot be cleansed of the blood that Numbers 35 and 33. The land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed therein, man. You know? But because you devils are bloody people. Bloody and deceitful men should not live out half their days. You know? He that killeth by the sword must be killed by the sword, man. If you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. That's why Esau's ultimate blessing is a curse. Ultimately, Esau's blessing is a curse. Because our blessing is never gonna get us killed. His blessing gonna get him killed because his blessing is the sword. So at the end of the day, the Lord, that's why he said he hated him, because he gave him a blessing that's ultimately gonna be his own demise. Isaiah 54 and 16 say that that the Lord created the smith that blow in the coals in the fire. 54 and 16. They say the Lord create the smith that blow up the coals in the fire. You know, the workman is going to destroy himself. You know, so the ultimate blessing of this devil is the nuclear missile. That's why everybody's in line right now. Everybody's in line. They say they do what the white man says because he has nuclear missiles. If I had a nuclear missile right now, you do what the fuck I tell you to do. Your country would do what the hell I tell them to do because I got a nuclear missile. I got nuclear missiles, man. That's why they didn't want Iran to get nuclear missiles. That's why they didn't want, you know, these other countries to get nuclear missiles. Because when I got a nuclear missile, there ain't shit you can tell me. What the fuck you gonna tell me? What kind of bargaining tool you got to fight me? I got a missile. I could drop a missile on you. Okay, so that's the ultimate equalizer, man. That's why they don't buck up against Russia, because Russia got missiles. If you say some shit about Russia and Putin, man, they'll send a fucking missile over here, man, and they'll fry your red ass. You know, if you say something about China, Xi Jinping and them, they'll send a missile. That's why they got respect for France. You know, that's why they got respect for France. France is the best friend. You know, the UK is best. Watch how they talk to these other nations that got missiles. You know, if I got a Glock 9 pistol right on me, a nigga ain't gonna say nothing. If I pull it out, they oh shit, oh. You know, that's the ultimate pistol. That's the ultimate weapon, the missile. Hey, what did J. Oppenheimer say? J. Oppenheimer. He said, from the Gadite Gita, I become the destroyer of worlds. I become death, the destroyer of worlds. When he created the missile, that's what he said. He said, I become death, the destroyer of worlds. Because when he created the missile, along with the other scientists and shit, during the Manhattan Project, he understood what the fuck he unleashed, man. He unleashed the destruction of his own people. But that was at the behest of the U.S. government, because they wanted to be the top dog. World War II, oh no, we gotta be the top dogs, man. That's why they faked the moon landing. That's why they faked that moon landing. That moon landing is fake. But they had to be the top dog. They gotta be the one. Okay? They gotta be the one. Esau had worship my God, and you're gonna stop talking about the Most High. How about you're gonna stop talking about Israel? You're gonna stop talking about all this shit. Fuck all that shit. You're gonna say Jesus Christ. You're gonna become a Baptist. You're gonna become a Methodist. You're gonna become a Tonto. You're gonna become what I tell you to do, because I got the sword. I got the weapon, and you're gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do. So when the Lord brings his chariots and shit, they crack the clouds, and you see them here, and they start beaming us up and stuff. We're gonna have the force of the sword. We're gonna have the power. You're gonna do what the fuck we tell you to do. Okay? And we ain't gonna have no pity for you. Okay? Because you didn't have no pity for us. When you take a nation captive, there's etiquette to how you deal with them. You don't just fucking rape them and just kill them and just destroy them. You take them captive, and you know what I'm saying. You allow them to you allow them to live. You know what I'm saying. But they have to convert to your laws and keep your statutes and do all that stuff, bro. But you don't just like totally destroy them like Esau did to us. That's why Hey, matter of fact, back in the day, Alexander the Great was actually a pretty decent. He wasn't even like he was cool with the Israelites, man. He was cool with it because he knew who we were. He didn't tax us too much. He didn't like he was over us, telling us what to do and shit. But he wasn't like, you know, a person that's like his relatives did, you know, like Antiochus Epiphanes and all the other niggas. He didn't do that. That's why he was kind of beloved by the people. That's why they set up Alexandria after his name and did all this different stuff, because Alexander the Great was actually, you know, he was actually a great leader. That's why he had so much conquest and shit, because the Lord was behind him, you know. He conquered the known world in about 10 years, man. In about like 10, 12 years, he already conquered the known world. He died about 34, 33 years old, kind of like the Lord died, you know. The Lord died around that time too. So the good die young. Hey. It says a good life is short and have but a few days. The good die young, man. A good life is short and but of a few days, man. It says Sirach 41 and verse 13, it says a good life have but a few days, but a good name endure forever. See? A good even Alexander the Great, his name endured forever. We're still talking about that nigga right now, you know. We're still talking about that devil right now, you know. So a good name endured forever. He had a good name, you know. But he died a short life, you know. But he had a good life. He was the most powerful person on the earth at that time, man. So that's a pretty decent fucking life, you know. Not the life our people live here, you know, being a fucking devil. I mean, being underneath this devil, you know. But pretty soon we're gonna reign forever. We ain't gonna just get a little 10-year reign. We're gonna reign forever, man. Revelation 12 and 10 says, and I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of the Most High our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren are cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. That's right. The accuser of our brethren are cast down. This fucking cracker devil. He accused us. Ever since he stepped foot here accusing us. He's the one that made you do all this crazy shit. He's the one that he stand on the other side and he, oh, look at you, devil. Look at you. Look at your people, Most High. Your people are wicked. You know, he accused us. Oh, he put drugs, community, he put Christianity in the culture. He put all this guns and drugs in the hood. He put all that shit there, right? But all of a sudden, you know, we're supposed to just be pure and not indulge in anything. We're people that's destroyed for a lack of knowledge, ain't got no fucking resources, poor as hell. You know, mama's out the house, dad's out the house, all kind of shit, man. But here it is, this devil gonna come turn around and accuse us to the Heavenly Father. The Lord is the righteous judge. He see what the fuck happened. He knows. That's why he's gonna protect his remnant, man. You know, because he know what the fuck this devil is and what he's capable of. That's why the scripture say a false witness shall not stand. This devil's a false fucking witness, a false accuser. You know? Let's say Exodus 23 and 1. Thou shalt not raise up a false report, and they put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. See, put not thy hand with the wicked. The wicked is an unrighteous, he's an unrighteous witness. He's a false reporter. Every time he gets on a fucking TV, he's false reporting the news, fake news. You know? Every time he's up there talking head, he's talking, he's spewing nothing but bullshit. Psalms 58 and 3. It said the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies, man. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, man. Right? The scripture say they have their conscience seared with a hot iron. That's the wicked of our people. And also these fucking devils, man. Because they got their conscience seared with a hot iron too, man. These fucking devils. You know? It said, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou incline in the cause to decline after many to rest judgment. You know? It says, Psalms 35 and 11. Actually, verse 9. It says, my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee? Which delivereth the poor from him that is too strong for him. This devil's too strong for us right now, bro. This devil's too powerful. You can't overcome this devil. How the fuck you gonna overcome this devil in this meat suit? How are you going to overcome him by yourself? You know, you can't. So the Lord shall deliver the poor from him that is too strong for him, yet the poor and needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up against. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They're bringing up accusations, charges that we ain't even responsible for. You know, they're making up shit. You know, putting it on Jake. You're the one that destroyed the world. You're the one that destroyed the ecosystem. That's bullshit, man. Climate change, global warming. Now they're trying to pin it on Jake. Oh, humanity. No, it was you fucking devils. You did that. You fucking devils. You did that shit. You're the reason why the earth is fucked up. You're the reason why all these kids are moles. You're the reason why there's so much drugs out there. It ain't because of Jake. Yeah, Jake sell the drugs, but on a low level, man. You're the fucking kingpin of the earth. You know, you're the one that allows these cartels to run rampant. You're the ones that allow these little thugs to be out there. You know, oh, the jail's overpopulated. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. You know, you're the ones that make these jobs not pay shit. You know, so these niggas got to go out there and rob and steal to make a living, man. You know? But it's cool because you're the devil, so you're an unrighteous judge, anyways. You know, and that's why you're gonna lose your kingdom, man. It said, false witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. Right? It said Malachi chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. The man of the Lord are the messengers, man. You know? Starting with John the Baptist, man, because he was the one that brought us back to the Father. You know, Abba Bivens, you know, the elder high priest Abba Bivens. You know, get the title right, bro. Like the apostle said, get the title right. The elder high priest Abba Bivens, man. You know, he brought us back to the truth. You know, and he brought us back to turn the hearts of the children to the fathers and fathers to the children, lest the Lord smite the earth with a curse. Right. So here it is. Now we're here. It said, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight, and behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. Who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and is full of soap. Yeah, he's going to cleanse this land of all the blood that's here. See? And he shall sit a refiner and a purifier of silver. That's the sons of Jacob. It says he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Not this bullshit Native American way of life, and you know, all the things that Jacob's been doing in this land before he came into the truth. It says, then shall the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord in the day of old, as in the former years. Yeah, then shall the offerings of Judah be pleasant to you, to the Lord, man. Because Amos 5, it says what? I will not receive your fat beasts. Your stink or your carcasses is gonna come up to me. I don't want this shit. I don't want your half-ass mediocre sacrifices. Give me the best of your flock, man. That's what he told Saul, man. You know, so obedience better than sacrifice, man. First Samuel 15:23. It say rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, man. You know, your people has become witches, and that's in the judgment of a witch to die by fire. You know, so it says, then shall the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem, Gad, Reuben, Levi, Gad, Reuben, you know, Ephraim, all them, that's Jerusalem, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, the 10 tribes and the southern kingdom, be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old, as in the former years. I will come near to you in judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, this devil, against false swearers, and against them that oppress the hireling his wages. This is oppression of the hireling his wages. You wasn't getting paid for this. You wasn't getting paid for doing this shit. I will oppress I will what? Let me read that again. Malachi 3 and 5. It says, I will be a swift witness. I will come near to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, against the adulterers, against false swearers, against those that oppress the hireling his wages, the plantation. Modern day slavery too. Haggai 1 and 6. You work, you fill a bag with holes, you never have enough. It says, the widow and the fatherless that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear me not, saith the Lord. For I am the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are consumed. Even from the days of your father, see, the Lord doesn't change, he always deal with Israel. But you got fucking bug out niggas talk about the whole world, humanity, and everybody. The whole world didn't go into slavery. The whole world didn't, the Lord didn't make a covenant with the whole world. The Lord didn't say, I'm gonna send my son to save the whole fucking world. All right? The whole world ain't gonna be destroyed. The only part of the world is gonna be totally melted is here. This fucking land here. Where I'm standing on, where we're standing on, man. You know? It says, even from the days, verse 7, even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from my ordinance. I'm going here. All right, in this plantation. It says, and have not kept them. Return unto me, I will return unto you, saith the Lord. But ye have said, where shall we return? Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee in tithes and offerings? Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye robbed me, even this whole nation. You're cursed with a curse, because you robbed the Lord of his praises. The Lord said, I'm a jealous power. Okay? The Lord said, obedience rather than sacrifice. When you do what the hell the Lord told you to do, that's what the Lord wants. That's what he wants. He doesn't want you to fucking sacrifice all this shit to him, and you know, all that shit is cool. But the Levitical priesthood done away with, man. Okay? The ways of old is done away with. You can't sacrifice shit no more. You're the sacrifice. Do what the fuck I told you to do. Do what the fuck I told you to do, and maybe I won't fucking put your ass in this plantation again, man. Maybe I won't put this fucking cracker white man, his ass all in your face, man. Because that's what he did. This white man showed you his ass for 600 years, man. You know? But here it is, you niggas want to be Christians. And you want to be all this other shit. You Native American, you want to be everything else under the sun except what the fuck you really are, Israelite, man. You know? So it says, ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, saith the Lord, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Prove me now there herewith, the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be enough room for you to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes. I'll rebuke this fucking devil for your sakes, man. I'm gonna destroy this goddamn land. Every fucking 3,800,000 square miles, okay, of America. The land mass of America is 3,800,000 square miles, all right? Every fucking single square inch of this bitch is gonna be melted, man. Melted by the fire, you know? Because the 3,800,000 square miles includes every river, every water bed, every, you know, all this shit's gonna be melted, man. Okay? So, it says, it says 3,800,000, 9,525 square miles. All right? So I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruit of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. It says, all the nations shall call you blessed, for you shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. Everybody's gonna say those are the people. They ain't gonna say those are the Indians over there working on the field. They ain't gonna say those are the fucking Mexicans working in the soup kitchen. They gonna say those are niggas working in a damn shelter. You know? It says, all the nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. Your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, have we spoken so much against thee? Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Most High. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we may have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yeah, they that work wickedness are set up. Yeah, they tempt the Most High and are even delivered. Yeah, the fucking white man, he tempt the Most High, you know, but he's living good, right? The wicked walk on every side when the violent men are exalted. Psalms 12 and 8. But at the end of the day, you know that the triumphing of the wicked is short and yet but for a moment. Job, the 20th chapter. The triumphing of the wicked is short and but for a moment. It's only for a little moment. It's only for a little season. This fucking devil ain't gonna rule forever. But we gonna rule forever. Song Daniel 7:18. The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever, man. You know? So it says, verse 16, then they that fear the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. A book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord, and the thought upon his name. Jews, I will spare them as a man spare his own son that serveth him. Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, and between him that serveth the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shai, him that serveth not. So yeah, man, I just wanted to come out here, man. Got a little bit early in the morning, and it's a nice little day, whatever. Wasn't too cold. I was a little cold, but I didn't really give a shit. I don't feel nothing right now, man. It got a little warmer, man. I just wanted to come out here and see the ancestors, man. See where our people died. Like I said, I'm kind of mad I didn't get to see the sign and shit. The sign that said Ponkapoag Plantation 1630 to 1930. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and it's all pretty. This. Let's say Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled, right? They are all of them snared in the holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey and spoiled, and none save restore. Yeah, nobody's trying to help you. Nobody's fucking trying to help you. All right, Psalms 75 and 8. All these nations are confederate against you. Psalms 83. They're all confederate against you to put your ass in this fucking plantation right here. To put your ass here. Okay, they don't want you to rule. They don't want you to be the kings of this planet, because they know what the fuck happens when we know who the fuck we are. You can't play with me when I know who the fuck I am. You can't play with me when I know these scriptures, man. When I know these scriptures, nobody can fuck with you. When you know these scriptures, man. Nobody can fuck with you when you know these scriptures, man. Yeah, bro, it's Yasharala. It's misspelled, bro. It's I forget. I gotta put it up there, but you gotta spell it right, bro. I'll just mess with you. Hey, Psalm 75 8. It says, "For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and a wine. In the hand of the Lord." Psalm 75 8. For the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and pour out the same, and the dregs thereof. All the wicked of the earth shall drink them and wring them out. all you fucking devils gonna drink of this. See, you enjoyed 300 years right here. 300 fucking years the Lord gave you to work the shit out of Jake right here, man. So you're gonna ring out the dregs of that cup. You were enjoying being rich, right? Well, you're gonna be poor soon. Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter. You in this fucking slavery? Touch the apple of my eye, man. It say Romans 9:13, as is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau I've hated. I hated Esau, man. And I had laid his mountains waste, and heritage waste. Malachi, the first chapter. Yeah, that's right, bro. Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree and righteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. That's right. These fucking devils. This is grievous. This is fucking grievousness, man. All this shit you see before you is grievousness. This open field full of thousands, if not millions, of dead bodies. 6,000 acres, they said Ponkapoag Plantation was 6,000 acres. That's millions of dead bodies right there, man. Over 300 years, that's millions and millions of Jakes that's dead. Millions of Native American Indians, man, dead. Of our people, man. Hey, Jeremiah 22:13. Woe unto him that builded his house by unrighteousness. Woe to him that builded a city with blood, right? Damn. Oh, man. Woe to him that established a city by blood. This fucking place established by blood, man. The blood of the saints. Our kingdom is going to be established by righteousness, man. Nahum 3:1 said, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robberies. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of jumping chariots. The horseman lift up the bright sword and the glittering spear. Yeah, the Lord said his sword is bathed in heaven, right? And it shall come down upon Idumea, the people of my curse. Ezekiel 35. It's gonna come down upon you fucking devils. It's gonna melt your fucking ass like Sutter. Remember that? Remember the Thor movie, where at the end of it, Thor Ragnarok, they had Surtur come out. Surtur was like fucking 1,000 feet tall. He was just like he was cutting through Asgard and shit. That's what I think about when I think about Ezekiel 35, man. My sword shall be bathed in heaven. It shall come down upon Idumea and the people of my curse. The Lord gonna send them. The sword is Yahweh Shai. The angels, the ships right there, the nice little beautiful sky right there. We're gonna crack them clouds, and the sword is gonna be bathed in heaven. Gonna come down upon these fucking devils. I'm gonna cut them asunder. Nephew, remnant, it says no, shall not be left. It says Okay, the horsemen lift up the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there's a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses. Right here, there's a great number of carcasses, but the Lord is going to pour out blood as dust when on the course. That's why it says Ezekiel. It said we have to sever out men of continual employment, right? You niggas gonna have a lot of work to do, picking up all these bodies and dead waste, you know. It says we shall sever continual employment. You always gonna have something to work. You fucking devil. you always gotta have something to do, man. Yeah, you always gonna have something to do, man. Oh damn, where's this one? We're gonna sever out men. Ezekiel 39, yeah. Ezekiel 39, verse 13. Y'all, the people of the land shall bury them, and shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord. The day the Lord shall be glorified when he comes back. When he comes back, the Lord's gonna be glorified, man. He's gonna whet his glittering sword, and it's gonna be glorified. When he lifts up his people out like the beggar out the dunghill. It said, verse 14, and they shall sever out. Who's the they? Us. We're gonna sever men out of continuing employment. All right, non-stop work, perpetual work, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search. See, so we gonna have you motherfuckers working, man, because that's what you were set up to do. You was set up to work, man. You were set up to work for us, man. All right, so it says Nahum 3 and verse 3, a great number of carcasses, right? Great number of carcasses slain on the earth. Now we need somebody to clean it up. You fucking devils gonna build up our kingdom, clean up all these dead bodies, do what the fuck we told you to do, just like you forced us to do here. See, that's called justice. That's called true equity. That's called, you know, the Lord's judging on the earth on our behalf. You know, because we're a worm, so we need our Father, man. All right. It says a great number of carcasses. There is none to enter the corpses. They stumble upon the corpses. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mixture of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Selleth nations through her whoredoms. Turn your ass into Christianity here. Here. This is where these motherfucking dude, what's his name? John, what the fuck is this dude's name? What's this guy's name? John, his name was John Elliott. This is where John Elliott put your ass to worship Christianity, man. To worship other gods. See, so she sell the mystery of witchcraft that sell nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee a vow, and will set thee a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I seek comforters? Or whence shall I seek comforters? Art thou better than populous Note, that was situate among the rivers that had the waters round about, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea? It says, jump down verse 11. It says, thou shalt also be drunken, and thou shalt be hid, and thou shalt also seek strength because of the enemy. And all thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs, and they shall be shaken. They shall even fall in the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee, behold, the people in the midst of thee are women. The scriptures say in scared like women. You know, when the Lord of hosts cracked them clouds with his son, it says, the gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw thee waters for the siege. Fortify thy strongholds. Go into clay and tread the mortar. Make strong the brick kiln. There shall the fire devour thee. The sword shall cut thee off, and it shall eat thee up like the cankerworm. And make thyself many as the cankerworm. Make thyself as many as the locust. Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth and fleeth away. Yeah, you multiplied your riches here above the stars of heaven, meaning you're the top nation on the earth. And now you're exalting yourself as the eagle. You sit in the seat of the Most High and thinking that you are the Most High, right? That's why the Lord said, Isaiah 47, he said, I Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm shall spoil. The crown are of the locusts. The crown are as the locusts, and the captains as the great grasshoppers, which camp in the hedges in the cold day. When the sun arises, they flee away, and their place is not known whence they are. Thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains. No man gathereth them. There is no healing of thy bruise. That is going to say we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. We would have healed her, but she is not healed, man. We would take balm for her pain. Jeremiah 51:9, I believe. Take balm for her pain. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually? That's why the scripture say, every hand of the wicked shall be upon thee and overtake thee, man. So all these nations going to have their pick at you. That's why the scripture say the beast shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. America, you know. Okay, but with that, Lord willing, edifying to the elect, man. You know, I would say, call I am like Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, double honor to the apostle, that's a great millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect, man. Peace and salutation to the elect. Hey, Psalms 112:10, it says, the wicked shall see it and be grieved, and he shall gnash him with his teeth and melt away, and the desire of the wicked shall perish. That's right. The excellency of the proud, you know, shall go down. All right, shalom, shalom.